Downward dog to plank tutorial. Just come onto your mat and come to all fours. A nice kind of squared off all fours where your knees are underneath your hips and you're feeling sturdy. If you take your hands too far forward, it's not so stable. And just check that you've got that nice crease at your hips, making that right angle. So from here, we're going to move the hips forward so you feel in a line from your knees, through your hips, into your shoulders and out through the crown. And just bend your elbows and come down to the mat, hips, ribs, chin. And we can push back up in reverse, feeling as if you're moving in one piece. Now lengthen your legs one, then the other out behind you and press your heels away. You'll remember this from the plank tutorial. Hug your elbows in and come down in one piece. Try not to let your belly come down to the floor before you. So we're just doing a little cobra here and then coming back to all fours. So let's try downward dog and then just take a breath there and rock into plank. So sometimes high plank like this is a bit too much when you're first starting, but it's nice to practice just going from downward dog into plank, and you can always lower your knees any time and then just bend your elbows and come down to the floor. Let's press back and come into downward dog or puppy dog. Sometimes downward dog feels more attainable than others. Let's come forward into plank again. Try not to let your body sag down. That really puts a lot of strain on your shoulders and wrists. You can always come back into downward dog or puppy dog. You can come onto your knees anytime. And you can always walk your hands forward so that your forearms come down. That's another way to get to the floor, especially if you begin to get a bit tired. So let's come into child's pose now, and you can practice this sequence as many times as you like, just building strength, and bit by bit, although you might not think it now, you will get strong enough to go from high plank into downward dog and from downward dog into plank. So I'll see you next time.